Welcome to Courtside Conversations from the dream team up between PR by Whitney Williams and the Legally Speaking podcast with myself, Rob Hanna. We're both here in Dubai with our exciting podcast and paddle tournament and can't wait to bring you outstanding insights from our expert guests, all brought to you by Paddle Pro.
So, joining me courtside now, we have the incredible Kate Burt, founder of HiveRisk. Thank you so much for joining me.
So good to be here, Rob.
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to have you. Tell folks a little interesting fact about where I live and where your head office is.
Do you want the full story?
Yes.
Yeah. So a little funny story. And if you were at our conference last year, you'll have heard this before, so forgive me. But I knew, and I've known for a few years about Rob Hanna, Legally Speaking podcast, and we live in HiveRisk in Preston, which is a small city in the northwest. And we were working city centre, hot desking. This is back in 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And we thought we need our own space. We want our own office. And we found this perfect space in a little village called Ray Green. And it was actually the health club that I went to with my family, and this beautiful, beautiful grounds. And whilst at the hot desking place, I mentioned to one of my co-workers, oh, we're moving to Ray Green, the office. We've got our own front door and we're really excited. Yeah. And he so nonchalantly said, oh, Rob Hanna's moving to Ray Green. And I said, what do you mean? Rob Hanna, the Legally Speaking podcast.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, but it was so nonchalant.
Yeah,
and I was like, no. And I remember, like, when the penny dropped, I said to Justin, our managing director, I said, he has to be friends with us.
Yeah.
There's no way he can't be friends with us. And I thought, maybe we'd have a little networking group, a local thing, because obviously you're in the legal sector. Yeah. We're in the legal sector. Well, that kind of snowballed into what is now the great big legal offside, the GBLO, and we're now in year 3 for that, which is an incredible,
incredible,
start.
yeah. And coming up this year, so I know we've got some interesting announcements for that. But I want to talk about the HiveRisk story, because what you've built as a founder, as an entrepreneur, as a visionary, really, in your space. Tell us about what you do and how you go about making yourself stand out. Because I'm a big fan. You definitely do it, and I think it's inspirational for other founders that are probably looking to try and grow their businesses.
Yeah. So what we do, firstly, is we're essentially compliance for law firms.
Yeah.
And that can take different guises. It could be one-off audits we do. For some firms, we're their fully outsourced compliance team, and we do everything in between. So we're that really sort of one-stop shop for anything law firm compliance.
Yeah.
And where we started really is I'm a solicitor. That's my background. And I retrained self-taught back in 2016 because I was a litigator before, as a personal injury litigator, actually. Retrained, self-taught, and just learned my craft, law firm compliance, from scratch, really, back in 2016, 2017, and actually started out on the circuits training on GDPR. Yeah. That was just coming out. So I'm a lawyer. I can read legislation. I can gen up on this stuff, and just went out lecturing. So that's where it started, really. And it really sort of snowballed around 2022, 2023 when we branded it HiveRisk.
Yeah.
And that's when we started getting the bigger clients and we started building this really, really strong team. Yeah. What we do differently, we're very different actually from the other sort of compliance consultancies out there in the way we show up.
Absolutely.
We're very bright.
Yep.
we're very loud, but not in a crazy way, but in a way that we don't take ourselves too seriously. We take our work very seriously, but we will show up in a way that not all consultancies will do, particularly in the legal space. So we're very different in that sense. The other area that we're very different is we're very personable with our clients, and many clients now we call friends, and we really connect with our law firms, because everyone in that law firm is an individual person, and we really sort of connect into the human struggle, because it's tough out there for law firm leaders and for anyone in the law firm. It's tough out there, and that human connection really sets us apart.
Absolutely. And one thing that I admire about you is you see the opportunity with time out the office as a CEO, as a founder, as a leader. So for people watching this, they'll be like, I don't have time to leave. I just need to be in the business doing the doing. You're rarely in the office in a good way, and so to speak, in terms of you're out there, you're networking, you're building. So again, to inspire other founders to maybe take this approach to grow their business, what have been the benefits to you being out here in Dubai, spending time, not being in the office?
Hugely massive. And I've spent actually a lot of money on coaching, on books, the number of books I've read on sort of mindset and coaching in terms of business. So I'm really my own case study when it comes to when I talk to other businesses. But essentially, it's if you're in the business, you've head down and you're turning that wheel, you can't look up and see those opportunities out there.
No.
And we see it time and time again. And I've been through the journey myself as a founder CEO, is when you're doing everything, you're not in your unique ability. You're not in your zone of genius. I know that's a phrase you like, Rob, but then you're missing opportunities.
Absolutely.
And you're holding your business back. And that really, when I got that and dropped the guilt about not doing everything, then my business really took off.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a massive advocate for events like Courtside Conversations and, of course, the Lawyers Retreat, GBLO, that all pulls you out of the day-to-day. Not only do you look up and have that sense of being able to have a new perspective, but the people you meet there, the collaborations, the new clients that you meet, and and Courtside Conversations is a great example of that. Exactly what happened at Lawyers Retreat.
Yeah.
And even in fact, when we were on the yacht yesterday, but JLT did a little warm-up party for this event. And within, no one had an agenda. No one was pitching. I had a random conversation with a law firm owner on the boat, just casually dropped in because it's, polite conversation. What do you do? We've got a conversation next week to have a scoping call, and that's new business for HiveRisk.
And, for us, that's exactly what I said in the opening of Courtside Conversations. We want to feel networking as a natural conversation, and through that organic conversations, things will happen. It's not pitching, it's just connecting, and through that, good things happen. Great example. Kate, I'm a huge fan of HiveRisk. You've got a huge year ahead, 2026. Where can people follow the journey? Get in touch, indeed, if they're a law firm looking for your services. Tell us where they can go.
Yeah, absolutely. So HiveRisk.com is our website. LinkedIn is a fantastic place to find us because we're very good, not just myself, the rest of the team are very good on keeping the industry updated. In the moment on what's changing. So find us on LinkedIn. So Kate Burt or any of my team, actually, if you go to HiveRisk on LinkedIn, we're doing a series of webinars called What's the Buzz? They're pretty much doing three a month at the moment. Wow. And there's the hot issues. And they're free to attend. So absolutely, I would encourage people to, if you you need to know more about risk and compliance, or you like to be energized in that space, then join us.
Check it out. Well, Kate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you out. And thank you to you and HiveRisk for supporting and sponsoring the inaugural Courtside Conversations. But for now, from all of us, bye-bye.